Today our topic is the best Stoic quotes for tough times. Life is not always easy. There are moments when everything seems to go wrong, and we feel lost, stressed, or overwhelmed. During these tough times, it can be hard to find the strength to keep going. But the ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus gave us wisdom that can help us face challenges with courage and calm. Their teachings remind us that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. This is the core idea of Stoicism. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Let's explore some of the best Stoic quotes and how they can guide us through difficult moments. One of the most famous Stoic quotes comes from Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and philosopher. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that life will always bring unexpected challenges, but our power lies in how we think about them. For example, if you lose your job, you cannot change the fact that it happened. But you can choose to see it as an opportunity to find something better or to learn new skills. By focusing on your mindset, you can turn a difficult situation into a chance for growth. Another powerful quote is from Epictetus, who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that two people can face the same problem, but one might feel defeated while the other sees it as a challenge to overcome. The difference is not the situation itself, but their attitude. For instance, if you fail at something, you can either give up or use the failure as a lesson to improve. Stoicism teaches us to take responsibility for our reactions and to see every obstacle as an opportunity to become stronger. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This quote tells us that just as physical exercise makes our bodies stronger, facing challenges makes our minds stronger. When life is hard, it feels like a burden, but in reality, it is preparing us for future struggles. Think of a time when you faced a tough situation and came out stronger on the other side. That experience likely gave you confidence to handle similar problems in the future. Seneca's words remind us that tough times are not just obstacles, they are opportunities to grow. Marcus Aurelius also said, "The obstacle is the way." This means that the challenges we face are not just problems to solve. They are the path to becoming better. For example, if you are struggling with a difficult project at work, it might feel frustrating. But if you push through, you will learn new skills and gain confidence. The obstacle itself becomes the way forward. This idea is at the heart of Stoicism. Instead of avoiding difficulties, we should embrace them as part of our journey. Another important Stoic principle is to focus on the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote it, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." This is especially helpful during tough times. When we are stressed, we often worry about the future or regret the past. But the only moment we can control is the present. By focusing on what we can do right now, we can take small steps to improve our situation. For example, if you are feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath and ask yourself, "What can I do right now to make things better?" Even a small action can help you feel more in control. Epictetus also gave us this wisdom. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This quote reminds us that happiness does not come from material things, but from being content with what we have. In tough times, it is easy to feel like we are missing something, or that life would be better if we had more. But Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what we already have. For example, instead of focusing on what you lack, think about the people who care about you, the skills you have, or the opportunities you've had. Gratitude can help us find peace even in difficult situations. Seneca said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." This quote is a reminder that life can be hard, and simply getting through the day can be a victory. During tough times, it is important to be kind to yourself and recognize that it's okay to struggle. You don't have to be perfect or have all the answers. Just taking one step at a time is enough. This quote can be especially comforting when you feel like giving up. It reminds us that perseverance, even in small ways, is a form of strength. Another Stoic principle is to accept what we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart." This means that some things in life are beyond our control, and fighting against them only causes more pain. For example, you cannot control the weather, the actions of others, or the past. But you can choose to accept these things and focus on what you can do. This does not mean giving up. It means directing your energy toward things that matter, and that you can influence. Epictetus also said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This quote emphasizes the importance of self-control. During tough times, it is easy to let our emotions take over, but Stoicism teaches us to stay calm and think clearly. For example, if someone says something hurtful, you can choose how to respond. You might feel angry, but you don't have to act on that anger. By mastering your emotions, you gain freedom from being controlled by outside events. Seneca's words, "He who is brave is free," also remind us that courage is key to overcoming challenges. When we face our fears and take action, even when it's hard, we free ourselves from the power of those fears. For example, if you are afraid of public speaking, the more you practice, the less power that fear will have over you. Stoicism teaches us that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Finally, Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This quote reminds us that when someone hurts us, the best response is not to seek revenge, but to rise above it. For example, if someone treats you unfairly, you can choose to respond with kindness and integrity. By doing so, you show that their actions do not control you. This is a powerful way to maintain your dignity and peace of mind. In conclusion, the Stoic philosophers gave us timeless wisdom for dealing with tough times. Their teachings remind us to focus on what we can control, to accept what we cannot change, and to see challenges as opportunities for growth. By practicing these principles, we can find strength, peace, and courage even in the most difficult situations. Remember, life will always have ups and downs, but with a Stoic mindset, you can face anything that comes your way. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose thoughts of resilience, gratitude, and courage, and your life will reflect those qualities.